Everyone, welcome Jasmin to the show. Now, when Jasmin was 9 years old, her father, Andrew, sat her down and said, Jasmin, you need to know, I'm not your real father. So as you can imagine, Jasmin was shocked and confused. 22 years would pass before this ever was mentioned again. That was until this past Father's Day, when Andrew looked Jasmin in the eye and said, Jasmin, I'm not your father. A man named Tim is your father. Well, guess what? Tim is here, and we've given him a paternity test. So, by the way, Andrew couldn't come. Andrew, the man who's raised Jasmin, couldn't come because he's been ill and he wasn't able to travel. So what happened this past Father's Day?
He told me, he said, I'm not your daddy, basically, and that a man named Tim was my father.
So what happened between 9 and 22?
I moved.
And you were living with Andrew as your father.
Right. You know, I was confused when he told me that. You know, I was young, so I didn't really understand.
Your mom died 11 years ago.
Right.
Did you ever talk to her about this?
I did. I asked her, I said, well, Andrew's been denying me. I want to know. And she told me, she said, Jasmin, I know who I had intimacy with. Andrew is your father. I found Tim. I reached out to him. He didn't respond at first. So I called my godmother and I asked her, I said, Godmama, can you please try to reach out to him? And immediately he responded.
And you've been in contact with each other?
Every day, Maury. He calls me every day.
And you believe he's your father? I
really do.
You think you look alike?
I look a lot alike like this man, Maury. Look at my face, and he is, Maury. Look, I look nothing like that man.
Now, here's the thing. You've got a sister and a brother who do not believe that Tim is your father.
Right.
They believe that Andrew is your father and that you're tearing the family apart.
I just don't understand. Like, they just making it seem like I'm a bad person. Like, I'm trying to find out who my father is.
Your brother Omar is probably...
He's like a father figure. When he wasn't, when no one was around, he was there. He was a father and a brother to me.
So, well, Omar is here, but you also have a sister named Vaniqua.
Yes.
And Vaniqua is here.
Yes.
Vaniqua, you don't think that Tim's the father, do you?
No, sir, I do not.
Why?
When my sister was going through it, half her life, he was nowhere to be found. Andrew is the one that took care of her. Andrew is the one that nurtured her. Andrew was there to make sure she had everything that she could when he could. My dad is not perfect. He's not. But when it came to his kids, he tried to make sure we was okay.
If we're not blood sisters, that you think I'm going to turn my back on you, but that's never going to happen, ever. You're always my sister. I will always love you, and I will always be there for you, and you know that.
Do you think that your father did not say to her that he wasn't her father, or?
He did.
Listen, that's not fair to me. I'm 31 years old. I should know the truth.
You ready to meet Tim for the first time?
I am.
Everybody, here's Tim. Nice to see you. Thank you. Good to see you. Have a seat. So, let's go way back. You and her mom knew each other?
Yes, Maury. It was a secret affair. I'm here to take a wrong and turn it into a right.
Mother never told you about it?
Never. When I became aware of that, I knew I had to step to the plate.
Were you surprised to find out that you had a daughter?
Yes and no, because I know what I did in the past, and there was a possibility. But at the same time, Maury, I had to take a wrong and turn it into a right. I didn't want her to live her life without her dad. So here I am today, stepping forward and doing the right thing.
Did you know Andrew?
Yes.
You're talking about this was secret. Were they seeing each other at the same time you were seeing her?
Yes. To my knowledge, Bridget really reached out to me for consolement, confiding in me, and one thing led to another, and we cheated. We cheated.
Omar, we're going to meet. He had statements he wanted to share with everybody. I have lost all respect for my sister Jasmin. She is disgracing our mother by claiming Tim is her father.
It's not fair. It's not fair to me because I didn't ask to be here, Maury. I did not ask to be here. And if I want the truth, I feel like that's the right thing to do. Why should I not know who my father is?
Everybody here's Omar. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Why are you so upset, Omar?
My mom is not a liar. My mom is kind of like me. I'm hella blunt, hella straightforward, and
If your mom said that Andrew is her father, that's the way it was.
And not even just that, like I was telling Jasmin, when Jasmin was born, I was 12. I wasn't like 2 or 3. So, and I'm not saying that I like ran around in my mama's back pocket.
You wasn't. You was 11 years old, bro. How was you there? You was not there when mama had intimacy with Tim, with Andrew. You wasn't there.
Dude, check this out.
You was there, but you wasn't there. You was a child yourself. You was a child yourself.
Like I said before, Maury, when the situation came out, my mom tried to confront the situation. Everybody act like they was on lollygag and stupid. And why would you wait 12 years after her death to come with some
That's because Andrew came to me with that.
Yeah,
12 years later.
He been coming with you since way before
But he
my
never
mom died.
he never gave me this man's name. I
are you
always knew
talking
Tim.
about, man?
I always knew Tim growing up. Always his name was Tim. They never gave me his last name. His last name.
Did you know that Tim existed?
I know about all of it. That's why I actually came to my mom about the situation anyway. Like she said, I was the father figure the whole time. Him, none of them busters was actually there to take care of nobody. I was.
You was.
So please shut up be quiet for a second. See, I've sat here and I've listened to that crap for a long time, and I'm getting sick of it because my mom is not that type of character, first of all.
How you think I feel,
That's why I said about tarnishing my mom's name. Second, you know what I'm saying? I knew about their situation. It was in the midst of a time when my mom and my dad had separated for a brief span.
Right.
It wasn't no cheating or all that old extra out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with drama. I'm a drama killer. I'm a problem solver. So with all that, like I told her from the jump, I went to my mom personally and I asked my mom a few years before she died what was going on and how to settle this situation.
Right.
My mom tried and offered them a space to settle this situation. My mom is 12 years dead. Do you get that? I don't care about none of that old crybaby stuff. We all grown people.
I got it.
Grown,
I got it.
And I need to know the
tears
truth.
or nobody else's tears make me change what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You,
okay.
you mad at me about me knowing my truth?
I ain't mad at you.
This is my truth, though.
I'm mad at the
and
fact
if
that
this
you
man come
can't
back,
understand.
if he my father, you still gonna be there, and I'm still gonna love you like you my brother slash father, and Andrew is still gonna be my daddy, regardless, because he was there when nobody else was there. He was there.
Omar, I can settle this.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what we're here for, right?
You wanted this, obviously, you wanted this settled years and years ago. And it never was. And now I can, all right? So you hold nothing against Tim, right?
Yeah, I don't even know this dude.
Okay.
From what I know, his name was Terry. It wasn't Tim or any of that. I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna find out right now. In the case of 31-year-old Jasmin, Tim, you are not the father.
Told you done
Okay.
this. I knew that from the jump. My dad is my dad. He a liar, but he from the jump, I knew.
It's not fair, though.
That don't change our relationship.
That's not fair for me to have to keep going through this all the time. I'm so
That don't
tired.
change it. That don't change it.
I'm so tired.
That don't change it.
Now everybody go brag about this, and now my family go all make it seem like I degraded my mama, and that's not fair to me.
Come on.
That's not fair.
I know it's not. You don't deserve it.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know. Relax. Sorry. Relax. I'm sorry, though. Can you relax? Can you relax? I'm so sorry, bro.
Relax for a second and listen. I understand your situation with your vast about trying to find out who your father is.
I'm tired of Andrew.
From the jump, we knew what type of character.
You are not the father.